So we give a number of honorary degrees every year to people who've achieved things that align with the university's mission, the university's activities, and our values. And part of that is about their contribution to the university or to the Northeast, to the region. And in the case of Eddie and Dan, what they've achieved at Newcastle United is remarkable. Their achievements are things that I think people can look up to. These are guys that have come from regular backgrounds. You can see what you can achieve if you've got a talent, but if you keep at it and if you apply yourself. And that must inspire everybody in this city and in this region.
Yeah, it's an incredible thing, and I've very gratefully received. I think when we first found out, Dan and I were blown away really by the gesture and the acknowledgement. You never set out to achieve anything individually. It's always about the collective, and we're just honest people trying to do the best we can. So to be recognised in any way is an amazing thing. And for me in particular, I take this on behalf of the coaching team and all the staff that work with me and work incredibly hard to bring success to Newcastle.
I think it's sort of a very proud moment for me and my family, something I never thought that would happen. It's a bit surreal, to be honest, standing here right this very second.
Eddie has achieved so much through his management career. He's a great leader of men. And then Dan, of course, his story is quite remarkable. The journey that he's been on as a footballer just says something about resilience, about what it takes to achieve your goals, your dreams, ultimately bringing him back to his boyhood club and scoring a goal in the cup final and then getting called up for England. And you couldn't write a story that was better than that. So many of our students, so many of our staff are fans. They will just be delighted to see that we're rewarding these two guys in this way. And I know that they'll be inspired by them.
Well, being a newly appointed Chancellor is quite an amazing thing for me personally. So, to do this today just for me was really special. But to give honoraries to Eddie Howe and to Dan Burns is fantastic. I mean, they've just done so much for the city, so much for the club. I think Eddie's brilliant. Actually, I've always had a huge amount of respect for him. You can tell he's a kind of absolute leader. Great for the club, great for the city as well. And they've had so much success with him over the last few years. I mean, let's be honest, he's kind of turned the club around. It was struggling when he came in, and the difference he's made is absolutely fantastic. And he's a really good guy. And Dan's just enormous. I mean, there's not many people who are taller than me, and he literally towered over me by about 4 or 5 inches. But again, what a lovely bloke. For me, he sums up resilience, really, after being kind of let free by a club when he was younger. And to come to his home team and do what he's done is just phenomenal.
My biggest driver has always been improvement, and whether that's self-improvement, trying to educate myself and improve myself to then help other people. The coaching side, I think, naturally brings across the want to improve other people and to try and give back. I think when I was playing, I was incredibly sort of self-driven to try and be the best I could be. But then when you go into a coaching role, it's more about trying to empower other people. So yeah, I think you have to educate yourself as much as you can, any spare moment, to try and better yourself for the benefit of not just you, but the people you're working with.
Anyone who's on any sort of journey is going to have setbacks. But I think mine in particular is just sort of a lot of resilience and grit, and not sort of losing focus of that big goal that I wanted to achieve. And yeah, as I said, I don't think anyone who's successful at anything does it sort of plain sailing. There's always knockbacks, but it's about sort of still having the fire to do what you want to do and not take those knockbacks.
Celebrating success is important because it's an acknowledgement that you've achieved what you set out to. So if you do achieve a goal or a dream or an aim that you've worked really hard for, I think just to take a moment to celebrate that with those closest to you, those that might have been on the journey with you, I think is really important. Want to talk about your goal?
I've thought about that enough.